Round 1, my opponent is an avid Esper Murkti de Gamer. I think I recognize their name from being a frog gamer. Which is both a deck I don't want to play against and also a deck we want to play against because I can keep my sagas freely against this deck now. No Harbingers, there is 2 here, so... Well, not yet, the set is not out. But soon. Pest Control, Monka Gaiga. What day is it, boys? It's Friday. Pre-release, I'm not doing that. Modern Challenge? I keep. Not a great hand, but a fine one. Pest Control into the graveyard. GSZ main, just a single copy to fit an extra. I cut 1 Explore, so my hand would be 3 Explores otherwise, and 2 Explores is much more flavorful, right? So we run Harbinger main? No, but maybe we should have. I'll be making constructs this game. They changed the Saga counters. Now they look like this, different. Maybe my opponent pitching Pest Control means that they just have another one. Hopefully not the case. Fought Scar. Mill 2 deltas. Solid. Are the Final Fantasy cards online too? They release on Tuesday. They are online, you can add them to decks now, but you can't get them or you can't play with them. It is confirmed that sagas enter the battlefield with a counter on them regardless of moon effects, but don't do anything. So it confirmed something that we already knew. Thank you. That indeed does seem to be the case. Partying, yeah, Oculus. Surveilling an Oculus, crazy, with 6 cards in the graveyard. I guess villain just wants to unnerf. You're scared of pest control? I'm not. Fear is the mind killer. 3 mana? I guess that's an Oculus, so I guess they just didn't want the second one. So we can no longer... Oh, prismatic ending. Can no longer really attack with constructs. So I Spelunk. Simic Growth Chamber is pretty neat. Maybe should cycle and explore. I'll have an amulet. Does that matter? Not really. I think I should cycle some. Let's cycle the other explore as well. I cut map and it would be nice next turn. Awkwardly. Military West, which is not the nicest, but also not too important. I think I play Coin Deep Scopy Saga. RB Rebecca Black. What is map doing for you next turn? It would grab Lotus Field and then I can Lotus Field and then Saga Analyst. Which seems nice. Guess I'll block. So Aftermath Analyst can't go to Yemen. I drew Colossus. There is an Archon of Cruelty in their deck, chat. What happens if they remove the Analyst in response to field trigger? Then I no longer have the Analyst in play. What kind of question is that? Did this song just play? Well, I think I want to just attack for 10. Seems alright. Maybe villain will persist an Archon next turn. I think I can take that. Mostly. I block. Unnerve Flood's chance. Pest control would be brutal, but I think manageable. A removal spell on Analyst would mean that I have no Analyst. Yeah, I only have one in my deck. Vision of Kozilek. Is there rules change live already? Check the title of the stream. Might uncover the mystery. Definitely awkward, but greetings, Mr. Jimba. If I play a Simic Growth Chomber, crack now, keep green floating. Copy Crumbling Vestige. Put them all into play tapped. And I think I should be able to do some nice stuff. Point concedes. Really? I mean, I was living in perpetual fear of Counterspell. But frankly, maybe they don't even play Counterspell. They play discard, prismatic ending. I mean, they probably do, right? If their hand is not push and not Counterspell, what is it? Maybe Archon of Cruelty. This type of a thing. Persisted Archon is a 5/5, so this member seems alright. It's probably still a frog deck. Keep Sagas. Board out Scapeshift. Board out a Pact. 4 Grazers against a discard spell deck with counter spells potentially, maybe on the rougher end, but I guess I'll keep a Pact for that reason. Not boarding out Saga so trippy, yeah, it is weird. Opponent plays counter spell. You beat them in the challenge on Wednesday, congrats. This is not their list. My opponent had Archon of Cruelty in play, so it's not on the list of the cards on this list. So see, the tricky part is that they seem to be playing something slightly different than that. Saga. I'll be hitting soup right now, chat. No idea if I actually want to turn 1 Saga or not here. It's really good into Harbinger indeed. Please win the challenge canister. Alright, I'll try. Oh, Kurna. New Arcanemy unlocked. I guess it's an unnerf deck. Nonetheless, it's much more fair to lose to Fulminator Mage than it is to lose to Harbinger. So I don't actually mind too much. Bog seems good though, turns off all the unnerfs and makes Ochulus impossible, and I would probably lose to Ochulus, so really good draw. I cycle unnerf. This is actually really funny. Dzięki, Andrula! This is actually really funny because all my lands just make basically more or less colorless mana anyways. Lotus Field not so good against Dumping Sphere. Frog from the future. And the future is now. That's a pretty bleak future for the frog gamers, isn't it? Not much point in playing an Amulet from my graveyard, I don't think so. I guess I boarded out 2 Dumping Spheres. 2 Boseijus, so the Dumping Sphere is actually kinda unbeatable. But also, I will just kill my opponent with Saga Constructs. Oh, Forest is quite nice. Another green source. Green source Zenith. Zenith, you can say. Nie no, to chyba nie pasuje jako żart, bo to nie ma śmiesznego punchline'u. 6 is back hurting a lot right now. I mean, I don't know, opponent hasn't done a single thing. Whose fault is that? Well, Analyst would just loop with 6 and win. Probably. If it resolved. But let's feed Titan to the counterspell first. Excuse me, what counterspell? I consign your trigger, bro. Could you be less pathetic next game, please? Oh wait, there's no next game. I don't know if it would loop under Sphere. Alright, so the steps are as follows. Swing Grove Chamber, return Tolaria West. Transmit Tolaria West, get Boseiju, kill, loop. But it falters to counterspell. We can mulligan to a stronger hand. Kurwa gówno. We can mulligan to 5. Sure. I will awkwardly play Shifting Woodland. I think on the play it's fine. A 4 mana do nothing on ETB doesn't work as well when the mana curve and total turns of a game get condensed in the format. So true, my friend. Anyone getting condensed in the chat? Alongside their curve. Only after FF release. No, it actually works like that right now. They implemented it on Wednesday, Chimba. Don't spread misinformation. They just already made the Final Fantasy patch, so that's why it's like that. It does not work in paper yet, no. You have to wait until Final Fantasy releases, which is, I don't know, in a week. But on Magic Online they have an update on Wednesday, almost a week before the set releases, when they add cards to the program, and they also just implemented their rule because it was convenient. But if I wanted, I could add Sephiroth, the one-winged angel, to my Titan deck now. Fated Soldier. New CR effective June 6th. In that case, it's already happening. Oh, that's a great draw. I was about to say I need to draw something to actually win this turn. Did you manage to grab a pre-release spot? No, I asked my friends if they are going and they said, nie, kurwa ziomuś, nie idziemy. Which in Polish would say, no bro, we're not going. To which I said, yeah, I guess, understandable. Oops, blue mana floating. I messed up. Because if I kept, I was meaning to keep red floating, then I haste and get Urza's Cave attack, get to Lotus Field, suck, play Analyst loop with Cave. Now I have to, now it's a bit less convenient. So I'm 1 mana short of getting the Cave. I guess I can get Mirrorpool, that's fine, right? 1, 2, 3. Nie, no jak, kurwa, nie stać się na Mirrorpoola. Alright, I guess I'll just mill something good with Analyst. But kind of a heinous mistake. Got a Boseiju, which is not good. I mean, I can Boseiju all the lands, but they have more basics than that. Alright. You got your baby Chocobo, so you're all good. Baby Chocobo. That's crazy. I swear I watched this. I looked through the spoiler. I just didn't look particularly attentively, I guess, because I don't know of the cards you're saying. Sazh Chocobo. Okay, I remember. I know that card, so I'm good. Am I not preparing to win the limited Paprikash? No, no, that comes with no preparation. That's unneeded. I can do this. No, does it accomplish anything? Not much, but a little bit. Paprikash is a dish, yes. Dobra. It's fine. I'll be fine. Would have been a classic Urza's Cave spot though, if had I clicked my mana a bit more carefully. Just one mana away from getting Urza's Cave to actually benefit from the loop, making infinite Titans. Is Urza's Cave actually necessary here? I'd imagine you can also win with Mirrorpool instead. Well, it's the same thing. Mirrorpool gets all the lands, Urza's Cave gets all the lands. So it's literally the same card in this spot. The first thing I would get with Urza's Cave would be Mirrorpool. So yeah, I guess it would not be a classic Urza's Cave spot because classic I need anything spot and I would be fine. Static Prison. Sure, I have Boseiju, so this is kinda bad. Hit the Grazer. Sure. There are spots where Urza's Cave is the most convenient one to get with Scapeshift, yes. Time for Bombardment Math. 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they were to play land, bombardment, creature, 1 drop, then I guess I would be dead. Now I go to 11. No, actually I even overcounted because they deal less damage with bombardment even. I shouldn't have Boseiju. Because bombardment cannot sacrifice the mobilize tokens. I block them and they die. That's fun. That's fine though. So giving them the extra mana might actually be worse. Armada, I just keep Saga. I mean, again, we haven't played against Harbinger yet because it's literally been a change that's been active since one March, right? But I will do that, yeah. Keep Saga now, it's a great card against their deck. Lots. But it's gonna do wonders to the frog sideboard plans. I wonder how much will the win rate in the matchup change now, honestly. Still probably not gonna be favored, but Saga is a tool that's probably the easiest to win with. Now I have to hope that my opponent fetches a silver land to actually combo off properly. Funnily. Oh no, they have a silver land in the graveyard, awesome. Everything functions as it was pre-planned. Could you have just grabbed a combo land instead of Vesuva? I haven't counted my mana, probably. Seems like I had some spare mana, so yes, I could have, and I should have. I chose a very slow way to do that, and my opponent is trying to clock me. Not nice. Horrible play clockwise, really. I have Amulet, not Spelunking. That's his nightmare. Oj, w Zanoti, kurwa, daje w 6. It is Friday, yes. Friday. Gonna get it down on Friday. Weekend. We are milling one at a time. It might honestly be wiser to just attack and Otawara my opponent's threats. If I don't hit anything of this mill. Okay, I hit a T West. We are saved. I had enough mana, I just made a mistake, chat. I could have done everything I wanted here. Yet I chose not to, but I had TOS, so better lucky than good. Mamy! Well interacted opponent. True midrange gamer. A true MTGO value maxer who's not gonna give up the possibility that I time out in game 3. A nie, kliknął F6, on kurwa chuj wie co on myśli. Taki typ. They interacted with our clock, true. I feel interacted for sure. Holy shit, what a horrible song. Aj kurwa, no i zhejstowałem jeszcze raz nie tego. Ja pierdolę. No nie, no i teraz co, jeszcze mi powiedzieć, że nie mam letalu tutaj, w tej turze? Sześć razy 4, 24. On tutaj jest exacto, I think. 24 minus 3, 21. Aha, nie jest exacto. This is so horrible, I spent so much time on nothing. No kurwa tramplować trzeba, nie? Sranotti, kurwa. It's good, Char. We're gonna click faster at postboard. Sun home, sideboard, I don't. I'll just hard mulligan to Spelunking. Also possible you have a sweeper more often, so it kinda... you can Colossus into a sweeper more often, and just that this situation kinda hit all of the... I messed up on the first turn, and then like on the second one, the situation just hit all of the unlucky slight things that could happen, that could go wrongly, and they all did, and... No, I don't even have my deck. Okay, I guess I have it back. Nice. Still boarding out Sagas against Boros because the true nightmare is actually getting disenchanted on the Sagas. Maybe you don't need to as much. It's back to nature the new moon against my sideboard Sagas. Spelunking Sweeper, this is perfect for a 6-minute game. Okay. When are we playing Blood Moon in the sideboard to play versus control with infinite Sagas, Kappa? Probably we are not. Sounds like a pretty bad strat overall. Just all in on the Saga. And then Moon resolving at the exact turn you needed to. We probably are not making a construct on that turn as well. Co tam wchodzi? Ajani. Bombardment. Monka Giga. I think I'll survive. Maybe I can die to Ajani. Another Pride, Monka Giga. Well, is that gonna be death? A good question. 17? Well, Vajani it's definitely enough, so I guess we're dying. Goblin Bombardment, deeply unfair card. Frankly. Now the pro strat for my opponent is to not actually shoot me with Bombardment. So I have to spend a second extra conceding the game. Ah, I'm not falling for that, bro. How's the challenge going? We are rushing in the third game of the match. Onslaught was a mistake. Fetch lands and Goblin Bombardment. Why isn't Goblin Bombardment suck a Goblin? Good point. I wonder if I Saga on the play still, actually. Let's go 2 Saga. Exalted Angel is also pretty unfair. No, Exalted Angel is fine. The new Saga ruling is already on Modo, yeah. Why are people so loosey-goosey about their deck size with Amulet? Well, I just don't care. Why should I care? Why should I comply to your preconceived notions about deck sizes? Seems like potentially I have to resolve Scapeshift with Amulet this game. Speedrunning. I have a TOS in my hands. That actually means I can go off next turn. Can you hear the music? Yes, I can. Can you? Static Prison. This is a Bob, sure. Playing the TOS kinda loose maybe, but it's fine. Ginger, I'll talk with you once I'm done with this extremely stressful match where I have 4 minutes for 32 seconds to win. Because I can feel the pressure on, and my muscles are tense and my mind is fully tuned in into the happenings on this match. It's not easy. Palms are sweaty, yeah. Can't Scapeshift this turn, but I can next. Grazer draining my clock by being all around useless. I discharge Grazer, okay. Just to keep the prison alive. I can lose to Reprieve into Molten Rain. But it seems like that's not the case. We can be pro Fortnite gamers. You like Expedition map on the deck? Not playing it today, but I am been playing it lately sometimes. Map is an Urza Saga target, which you typically use to grab a bounce land, a Lotus Field, or a similar effect that you are lacking. Occasionally you have plenty of mana and you are lacking a Titan or a payoff, then you are grabbing a Tolaria West in order to Tolaria West for Pact, get a Titan win. But that's only like that costs 11 mana to get a Titan, 12 to get Mr. Beast. That's pretty costly. But sometimes you have this much mana, so you're actually fine. Ajani or Kurva. Right, easy, simple. Mainly because Amulet plays a very high percentage of lands in comparison to other decks, and as such, privilege sideboarding doesn't drop you below a dangerous land count. I think regardless of the matchup, this is not a hand I want. So simply click the mulligan button, and now I scroll up. Boros energy I keep. Tier 1 Grazer. What is there not to like? I got some tea and some cake, chat, so a good classic Polish combo. Let's go, Johnny. Oh, nice. Similar. Holy shit, I drew the best possible. Might be better to hold. Just hold it, play next turn. So my opponent taps out for their 3 mana card and doesn't hold up Trap and Charm, or doesn't use the Trap and Charm sorcery speed to kill my S-Hammond. Bros, this is the best deck in Modern. Really. I play Seasoned Pyromancer. I tap my land for 2 turns to deal 2 extra damages. Sure, buddy, I hope you're proud of yourself. Seems like opponent's F6 button broke. I can't go to Yemen. I'm an analyst. Get on the plane. I set my Titan through MTG Arena of Glory. Oh, Pisanka style. What's Godot? Guy. Yeah. For sure it is. A guy. Maybe you should start playing MTG Arena of Glory in Amulet? Maybe. Yeah, I've never thought of that. It does make comboing off convenient, this game, I guess. Oops. This game, my combo turn took vastly fewer minutes. Ace the Grazer, I can't with Arena, that's impossible, so I just can't do it. Can't do it. It is outside of my range of capabilities. I do know that many consider hasting and attacking with Grazer to be really funny. I am not really considering that to be really all that funny, but let's keep 2 Saga. Sideboard Dumping Sphere for that hilarious play. Doesn't quite work it, right? Doesn't quite work. Oh, it does, because then the Grazer is more expensive that way. I thought you wanted to make the Arena mana colorless. Exert just means that it doesn't untap next turn, if it's exerted. It is not like stun counters. Well, happy to have Urza Saga in this hand. Mostly. Oh, Guide of Souls, no! Not Guide of Souls. Siad, leżeć. If I play an Amulet, it plays a little bit badly into Werther. But I think it's still fine because I actually want to activate Urza's Cave next turn. I want to get Amulet. I have 2 mana plus the Cave, play second Boseiju. Cave for Lotus Field, get to 6 mana, Titan. What do I consider funny? Oh, many things, just not attacking with Grazer. But like funny jokes. Clarion Conqueror. Your buddy. I guess I cannot activate Analyst anymore, which I guess I'll live with. Do I find Clarion Conqueror funny? I think it's pretty funny to board Clarion Conqueror against Amulet. It is not something I expected to see. And not a particularly effective hate card here, but it could be annoying in spots. Not often, but... Conqueror? I barely knew her. Damn, that's a good one. I love playing Amulet Titan, chat. So peaceful to play it. Now they can't budge there, don't worry anymore. Abilities are free to be activated again. Yeah, I like that as well. Mr. Beast just chilling in the battle on the battlefield as a 0/0 for a brief moment. He doesn't care. He's like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine in no time. I don't need stats right now. Very base. Holds in his breath, sucks in his stomach, and he's ready to rumble again. Yeah, that's a good point, Jendrik. I love that as well. Good turn 3. GG, GL and the rest. GG. I will say. I guess it was turn 3, yeah, but... What am I supposed to do? Like, wait till turn 4? We don't live in 2012 anymore. There has to be a better way to solve this than trying to draw over it like that, but... Holy shit, GSZ actually better than another Explore would be. In this hand, sort of. Drawing red is a crutch. Do you guys find Sudoku as a fun pastime activity? You enjoy that? Oh, kurwa, tune the narrative. Seems like a bad matchup. Jakiś kurna control deck. Co kurwa w mainie consignę grasz? Pojebało cię? Pojebany czy głupi? Bro forgot to de-sideboard after last match against Eldrazi. When you don't have internet on the plane. See, if you have foresight, you can download videos on your phone and watch them. Or read a book if you're into that, yeah. Can I show the screen again? No dawaj, rozwiązuj. I make construct and attack you for 1 damage, my friend. Rest down. Could you kindly please fuck off? Null drifter. Okay. Chat, if I lose to main deck dress down, consign spam, I finish the stream. Sudoku makes you very concentrated. So good game. Okay. Wait, my Titan resolves? Why did you spew your consign? Hmm? And you're dressed down. Seems like opponent just drew Giga badly. Spellsend would have been brutal, but interesting. You ever just GSZ for Titan and your opponent dies for no reason? I kinda don't believe that, like what happened here? I expected to slog through having to sacrifice my one stinky permanent to Null Drifter 5 times as I get everything countered, and then they're like, nope. Yeah, actually good enough for me. You win. They didn't want you to end the stream. I see. Mr. Beast really bought into a dress down deck. Final Fantasy is gonna be there Tuesday. I'll cut one Saga. Constructs weak. Arms are steady. Mom's spaghetti. Submit. I guess I'll keep. We develop well. And maybe I'll just cast Scapeshift on turn 3 and my opponent dies. Like, why not? Seem to have worked. Just cast my spell and win. Cutting Sagas is so May 2025. I guess Harbinger and Moon, yeah, but against Wrath of the Skies, I would say that not much has changed. Frankly. Will I be testing Mr. Spelunking from Final Fantasy? Probably. Or, I guess to say differently, assuredly. I summon sex. You summon nothing, my friend. Alright, good, good. Bauble is really better than Needle, since we can keep Saga against Belcher. Needle is okay-ish too against Storm. Needle against Storm? I think Needling Belcher is a losing strat. I don't like it. Needle on Pyretic Ritual? I see. Consigned to Memory. Needle is close to Bauble against Storm. No, Bauble is actually alright against Storm because Storm kills you on turn 3 and Giga often their turn 3 kills involve Ral casting spells. Bauble is actually a solid sideboard card against Storm. It helps you win many games. As stupid as it sounds, it's way better than you would think. Is a Needle the same as it stops Ral ulting? Oh, I guess that's true. Needle actually even better against Ral, kinda. Yeah, they're the same then. So your argument is fair. I think I have to get Saga. If I get assaulted, I wouldn't say assaulted. We are just exchanging opinions. Responsibly and reasonably. So I was thinking of getting Woodland, but I will not have Delirium. I guess I do if Titan gets countered. I should have gotten Woodland. Have Counterspell again. Cool. Wish I had map. Oh, I wish I had a life. Oh, I can Vesuva. A Thundering Falls. I don't have 6 mana then, but I can get an Amulet. Which means me not need 6 mana. I'll show you a trick, chat. Bro loves to cycle Jazz down, bro. Why? Just wait, it's like better to have an insane, unbeatable interaction card in hand than to just cycle it for no reason, right? No, I have to summon Flash. Tak, dobra, okej. Okay. No to masz Flasha, no generalnie. Gratuluję ci, kurwa, wyboru w życiu. Naprawdę imponujące. Maze 20024 chyba, Base 0024. 24 to będzie w tym turnieju chyba zaraz. Oj, no blue mana. I guess I turned my blue mana source into a non-blue mana source. I think that joke was funny. Sort of, yeah. Yes, I can do that. Vegeta. Co ja zrobiłem? Dobra, nic takiego. Jest git. I counter spell. Bro, get new material. Do something else for once. No, I don't constipate. I counter spell. Oh, I see. I could get Woodland. Hasty done. Might be better not to. Let's not. Let's bounce Flash. Beginning of combat. Oh no, not tapping out at all. Not sure they even have Wrath of the Skies. I mean, they have tuned the narrative in their deck, so how could they not? Dress down. No, down to... O, teraz moja sytuacja jest down tutaj. Massively. Any chance I should have Bojuka Bog against such an individual? There is a chance. I think Vexing Bauble might actually not do anything. I haven't seen a single zero cost spell. I need to trim a land. I have too many. I don't know why you conceded there. Because Flage deals 12 damage. Scary Boseiju. Well, you can Boseiju the Woodland. Let's carry Forest. This is not a good matchup. But this is a good hand, so all we need is a good hand, not a good matchup. Yeah, they had 7 mana to cast, recast, 12 damage total. Actually 15, right? ETB, ETB, attack, trigger, that's 9 plus 6. Well, I'll put back a land. I don't want to fly against a deck like this. Maybe I would keep a land over an Explorer against energy. That's interesting. But I don't think going the double Amulet route is where I want to be. Suki there. They had Wear there, which they could technically answer both. O ty gnoju, skonsejnujesz mi to? W sumie to wyjebane może być. A mnie wkurwiają ci ludzie z counterspellem. Gnoje. I can't Scapeshift into anything that makes sense. For fucking cycling the stupid dress down every single opportunity. Why are you doing this? Should I even actually cast anything? Like, my opponent is missing land drops. I think the answer might be just wait a bit. Not that I have much to wait to. I have no cavern, I have no greed today, so it's only punishing if my opponent cycles more dress downs for no reason, I guess. No nie, trafił Meticulusa. And now Survey top. That's crazy. I don't know. Of course. Wrath of the Skies would be a bit brutal. Flage. Less so. I consigned Flage's trigger, really? This is our opportunity to strike. This is our window. Dawaj, kurwa, consigna w tego Urza Saga, nie, ziomuś? Wiem, że tutaj... Wiem, że chcesz. Secret Force of Negation? Well, I would suck, but... Here I'm hoping that is not the case. I Force of Negation. Pitching twoją matkę. Dobra. Seems like we are actually scape shifting. Let's sack the Saga, I don't need it. I want Tolaria West. Simic Chamber. Shifting Woodland. Another bounce land against possible consign. Maybe Urza's Cave can be fine. I think that's fine to search for something like this. I think if my opponent just never cast a spell, then I would just be unable to accomplish anything. Maybe they have a secret response. Hoping that they don't, but I can go to Yemen, I'm an analyst. Like maybe they have subtlety? But I'm fine against subtlety. I saved the Spelunking for redrawing against subtlety. No nie, no nic nie ma to ziomuś. Get on the plane. You say get on the plane when you activate the analyst chat. And you say, I can go to Yemen, I'm an analyst when you summon it. Those are the rules of how this joke should be executed. Just so you know, so we are on the same page. And hand is awesome. Matchup is not awesome, but I guess we can keep Sagas now. I have 5 mana only. think I should cycle explore because we can go for a Titan. If I draw another Grazer. Or this. It's good to win game 1. Against Belcheros. Oh no, I drew Mirrorpool. Yes, Grazer can save us from the Mirrorpool problem. It's okay. The word engineer originates from the Latin words ingenium, meaning cleverness or innate skill, and inegiare, meaning to contrive device. That's crazy. Watch out for snapback or curva. Too late, I think. I think I'm fine against snapback mostly, but... seems like no snapback. Boseiju who? What a crazy deck Belcher is. You play top land, and then you die. Is that really like such a great strategy in this format? Kinda surprising. Need to board out a few lands. So I think Mycosynths will go. Not like I need them too much. Maybe one Lotus Field can go, frankly. I don't like it too much. If I cut Scapeshift. Oh, Mr. Beast is gonna stay, sure. I mean, I can keep one Scapeshift or two. Well, let's not. We have a nice 60 if we do it like this. 31 lands, but 4 of them are Saga, so that's pretty impactful. Oh. I think I keep one moves to 5. If I play a turn 1 Saga, they can turn 3 Harbinger. Or I get to keep a Construct Factory. Bro, this is so good. If they Harbinger now, I get to keep this and like I'm actually fine. Instead of being just giga royally fucked. Holy shit. It happened. Might still be on favor. They have a Lotus Bloom on suspend and I might just die to Belcher, but I mean, we have a plan. Oh no, 4 mana. We have no plan. Although my opponent playing this is kind of nice. Now what we need is actually a draw step stop. Because if I draw a Dismember, I have to Dismember and draw step. So my Saga goes to 3 counters and gets me an Amulet. But it doesn't do that. Well, they have an island in their deck, or mountain, so there is a chance still. -70, they did hit the basic mountain just on the bottom of their deck. It seems like they put it back from their mulligan. Ale mi pierdalną. Mnie wyjebało kurwa z kapci, no. Yeah, mountain actually boosting the amount of damage, really good against life gain. Stock up. Take a screenshot of the deck, but reading those MTGO screenshots always a bit rough. They do have Portable Hall. Stern Scalding. Stern Scalding is a bit wild, but I guess it makes sense. Like Mr. Terebat said on the internet that sex is a tough card sometimes, and Collector Ouphe as well. Consign. Disrupting Shawl. Is there any phone? Forest next card, yeah. Kinda rough. Could use it. I don't know what to do with Escape Shift. Guess I don't want it. No, Scapeshift gets host a bit more. It's not like clearly super much more, but it is a host a bit more. I thought of Spelunking and Boseiju. I think I prefer to keep Spelunking. I think Boseiju doesn't do too much here. Why does Scapeshift get host more? Because you die if they counter it? Or rather, they don't counter the Scapeshift but your card? Maybe I just make a construct with Gruul Turf. Yeah, we got to keep a Saga last game against Harbinger. My opponent played a Belcher instantly after the Harbinger and then killed me the turn after, so I only got to make 1 extra construct, which was a bit not much, but no Ouphe inside. No, I have an Ouphe. What are the cons to making a construct? Well, I don't cast my other cards. I just have many options this hand. I can play Crumbling Vestige, make a construct. I can Gruul Turf, make a construct, bounce Saga. I can Gruul Turf, make 3 mana, play Spelunking. Replay the Saga, have a Saga on 1 again. I can Gruul Turf, Greens and Zenith, get an Ouphe. So I just have plenty of options this game. Like do nothing, hopefully EOT kill a 2-drop. Holy shit, yeah, that's also an option. Actually. Might be the best. Well, the issue of that is Consign, which might happen on the Urza Saga. I think that's... then I just kinda get hosed by Consign Gigamatch, so I don't like that. Let's see, if my opponent taps for a 0-drop, opponent no flares, yeah, except this one, and this one. Maybe they had the 4th one in their hand as well. Or as the bottom card of their deck. So... Well, it's nice that Ouphe starts attacking and deals damage, but Saga does deal damage more. Why is killing a random 2-drop of there is good? So if my opponent goes 2-drop, hold up flare, I dismember the 2-drop, they no longer hold up flare. I untap, I get second amulet. I have 1-2 mana, 6 mana, Spelunking 7 mana, GSZ, Titan, win. Very interesting spot, no idea what's actually the move. Shoal for 7 with Seagate Restoration, damn, that would suck. Well, we can overpay for GSZ. If we have enough mana as it stands, we would have 7 if that line of play would come to fruition. Seems good to point hard at least one shoal. 2 shoals. They did not float a Lotus, yet they kept. Let's go with this. It makes me spend my mana nicely and I don't get hosed by consign so badly. Well, if they consign the Turf, then that's actually perfect because that's like the perfect setup. I just pick back the Turf then, and then they play a 2-drop, I kill it, that just works out insanely well. They consign the untap trigger actually. Or if they consign the bounce trigger, then I will say thank you, opponent. Then we can GSZ for 6, right? Well, yeah, I'm very far away from GSZing for 6. In fact, I'm attacking my opponent with constructs this game. Alright, did not work out, they had the Falargio. 1-4, good blocker. She could flare the Ouphe now, which is a bit annoying, of course, but... Then I get to deal 2 damage, so... Beware. It is funny that with the Saga Harbinger interaction, now you're gonna need a draw step stop. Quite often, actually. Collector Ouphe. Oof. Mountain. Harbinger. Resetting Saga better than having it pop? That's what I thought. Yeah. But it's close. Flare of Daniel, dobra. I think I don't dismember now. I want Saga. No, I do dismember, right? I want Saga on 2. Draw step stop is so that my Saga goes to 2 if the dismember resolves. See, now I go to main phase and Saga goes to 2. I think I would prefer it, like, I don't need many more constructs. 1 more construct is alright. I think 1 more construct plus Vexing Bauble is gonna be good enough to kill my opponent this game, maybe. That's the hope, at least. But yeah, you need to have a draw stop because you can draw Dismember anytime, or you could draw Boseiju anytime now. That's kind of funny. We still potentially had Consign though. But maybe they didn't. Okay, Vexing Bauble. Holy shit, getting to Urza Saga construct pressure your opponent with your alongside your hate bears, that was the exact part we were missing for this plan to work out. We were missing being able to just create pressure with my land, so this is such a base change. Well done, Maro. Because the Ouphe alone, like that plan had so many problems, you just didn't deal enough damage with your shitters, so... GG needed not 3 blooms in a row. Sure, buddy, what would you find that would demolish me? Gardens Amulet is good, as they say. Turn 3 kill, if uninterrupted. Of course, it's modern. We cannot expect to be uninterrupted. Most opponents will interrupt us relentlessly, such as by summoning Utopia Sprawl, naming red, and following up with a Bloodmoon on turn 2. Does Vesuva tap for colorless? By itself? No. It doesn't tap for nothing. Talisman of Impulse. Malevolent Rumble. They got... What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 mana next turn. They can World Breaker. Holy shit. You got excited thinking someone might be playing Ponza in 2025. See, chat? Here I was, knowing that... Sanctum of Eugen, this is what they took. Interesting. Knowing from the start that they are actually playing Eldrazi. It's called Eldrazi because it loses often, so it's like big capitalized L, Drazi. You could say it takes an L often. Nice. They don't have... Well, can they cast Emrakul here? There's no way, right? Yeah, they don't even have command in their deck. That's it. Eldrazi grabs yet another victim. Yet another L collected. Maybe they'll have Boseiju. Which is not a card they traditionally play, but in Eldrazi, but... Actually, really good play. Forsen in a crazy nail biter. Misclicked on double Vestige? No, it's like... I'm just casting all the Titans. It was a intentional click fully. Colossus was too much. 3 Titans, I can take them in a fight. But Colossus, overwhelming. So Eldrazi players occasionally board in moons. But now, even if they do, I don't need to board out Saga whatsoever. Should we bring in a Dismember? A cheeky single Dismember. To acknowledge that. Yeah. Also maybe Bog. Dismember is also fine against random Eldrazi. Not really. Not... It's not all that fine, right? It's pretty weak. What's Bog for in the matchup? Emra, cool. The Promised End costs 1 fewer for each card type among cards in your graveyard, and when they cast it, they typically win, so... Sometimes Bog can stop them from casting it, if you have to pass. Why 1 Vengeance, 1 Pyro, and 1 Fire Spout to avoid Surgical? Yeah, I hated it when they Surgical my Vampire's Vengeance. I don't think Emrakul will ever cause me to loop and deck myself. Typically, they have no idea what to do. But if I have a Scapeshift in my hand, they typically figure out that you should cast Scapeshift and just sacrifice all the lands and not search for anything. Alternatively, they just like attack with Titan, get Lotus Fields and destroy my lands and then Pact. But oftentimes they even fail to do that. I have had, honestly, probably more Emrakuls where I cringed at their play choices rather than Emrakuls where I just got destroyed. Still lost most of the time, I guess. But I think maybe once I actually won regardless of... I won because my opponent had an Emrakul that they didn't utilize too well. I think I play on the Saga. It's better to Mycosynth Gardens, I think. Actually. Should Amulet start playing Blood Moon for the mirror? No. It's not good in the mirror, actually, even. I think having Blood Moon in the mirror would not increase your win rate significantly. You'd probably actually be worse off because you can't Boseiju your own moon and they can Boseiju your own moon. And you spend a card on the moon and they did not. Maybe Harbinger then. Yeah, great idea, bro. Awesome idea is all I'm gonna say. Seems like they have another World Breaker. Or at least Mycosynth. Mycospawn. So Mycospawn punishes me for playing another Saga because I could copy Amulet and have 6 mana, Analyst, get lands back. I don't think summoning Analyst this turn is too good. Unfortunately, they can just World Breaker next turn. It's kind of no big deal. I have too much stuff. Too many Amulets. They have exactly enough to Emrakul. That's a bit rough. Turn 4, 13 mana card, by the way. Sounds a bit unfair. But also it's no longer the case. Actually it is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, it is not. Dawaj tego łamacza. World Broken. What now? Exile my Saga. Reasonable choice, yeah, I guess. It's kind of a good draw. I guess I just need to mill a land and I'm fine, right? Analyst first. Well, I don't really have another option, like how do you Scapeshift first in this situation? I just need to Scapeshift for Woodland. I'm not sure, maybe the Ghost Quarter is an issue actually. We'll see. If I mill 2 lands, I think I'm unstoppable. I can go to Yemen. I'm an analyst. We milled Shifting Woodland. Yeah, that's good. Guess I don't have Delirium, but that's alright. Hopefully my opponent just pops the Ghost Quarter on the Shifting Woodland, which I don't know if it's a good play, but... Oh no, they're not popping. Nice mill, thank you. This gives me sorcery, which is 4 land types. Not even Vesuva, I think I get Urza's Cave. I only sacrifice Mycosynth Gardens and get Urza's Cave. Is that enough? Can my opponent stop me if I get Urza's Cave, sacrificing Mycosynth Gardens? I guess it's free to get Echoing Deeps as well. Simic Tolaria. My opponent then breaks my Tolaria West with Ghost Quarter. That's 9, that's fine. Echoing Deeps. Urza's Cave. Could also get Vesuva and like Ghost Quarter all of my opponent's lands, that would be funny. This is where Spelunking can be better than Amulet. Better and worse. It actually gives me more mana and I kinda didn't need it. What is Urza's Cave even doing? It just means that I win. Like once I start looping and it just gets me more mana. It can find me a Lotus Field to get more mana to outplay the Ghost Quarter. Or I can get Vesuva. But I have 12 mana, so I can just kinda like... Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Let's get Vesuva. Vesuva is funny. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Are Eldrazi Gamers top 8 fodder? What does that mean? That you just beat them easily and you make the top 8? I guess so, yeah. Pen and paper is way better piece Sama. The MTR says that, but also if you don't use it, like if you ignore the MTR, that's also fine. They will not do anything to you. Destroy target lands. Creature Elf Detective. Interesting. Let's activate it anyways because I'm scared. So now we loop and we go quarter every land. You just notice after all this time that Amulet untaps all your permanents, not just lands. That is true. It's rare that it was relevant, but there was, I recall, one relatively common situation once upon a time in Modern. Oh, Boros Energy. Nice deck. Assuming Grove Chamber is gone. Damn, what a draw. 3 1-drops, any discharge. Monka Gaiga. I need to draw something. More energy. Venox Storm. I mean, how is it not broken? Groundswell. I died to Groundswell so many times. Twitch.tv. Cunning Spark Mage. Holy shit, they put a combo in the set. Basilisk Scholar, Cunning Spark Mage. Spark Mage, you could play it in Limited. That's brutal. Wolfbriar Elemental used to be in Vintage Cube, I think. Sejiri Steppe. Holy shit, so many good cards in this set. Summit Apes. Whoa, they gain menace with you have a mountain. Oh, ale nasrało tutaj. So I guess I die. Imagine if we had a Stormtide Leviathan on board right now. Is Stormtide Leviathan a Blood Moon or? In addition. It is not a Harbinger, it's just in addition. It's kind of weird that non-basic lands are mountains and all lands are islands in addition to their other types. Just work so much differently. Nothing else changes about those lands. Sure. How is that logical? Make it make sense. I think I can cap the third forest, honestly. No need to play it now, kinda. Could play something useful instead. Imagine if Urborg worked like Blood Moon. Everything is a swamp. End of story. This is almost good, but it's also too bad. Oh yeah, pierdolę, no. It's a good thing we are locked for the top 8 already, because those draws are... Those opening hands are... Oh, this one is alright, this one is actually awesome. We successfully mulliganed to one of my 2 Urza sagas. I play Static Prison on turn 1. I exile your Amulet of Vigor and I gain 2 energy. Pass. Tear? Oh, bro, bro is gonna tear me a new one, as they say. Not good. Okay, that's a land. If I keep Fire Spout that I can't cast, I will... I mean, I can Fire Spout, but I would rather Explore. Simply that. Like, there is no guarantee that my opponent is gonna present a Fire Spoutable board. But I guess I wish I had it now. I mean, you just have to put something back when you mulligan on the play. I think I would have rather kept Explore than a reactive card on 5. So Saga ended up being horrible. I got Wertered and it was a nightmare actually, so I guess all the justification for boarding out Saga still materialized properly. Bro, Fire Spout doesn't exist. Opponent doesn't even know about it. I guess they know about the 2 damage sweepers, so maybe it actually makes sense from their POV. Not sure bottoming the Fire Spout now. I regret. Or Scant. Okay. Let's calculate. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I don't die. I live. Right? As long as I don't pay 2 life unnecessarily, I am fine. Well, fine is maybe... it's fine. We are good. Yeah, it's... no, it's not fine. Well... we'll see. Ever Vesuva Arena to Hasty Titan? Yeah, 2 hours ago. Or was it free? They exiled my T-West, so I wouldn't be able to win with my cards anyways. But I guess we lost to keeping Saga, so... never again, chat. Oh, well, sure. There is a bounce land on the top of my deck. I just know there is. Is opponent playing a green deck by any chance? Bot says they played Murktide a week ago. Crush this guy, he got so lucky versus me. Oh no. They have a known history of getting lucky. That's just gonna make the match that much harder. No point in playing the Vesuva. Mulliganing with Amulet is something I'll never understand. Well, Spelunking cantrip, so you can just keep anything and claim that it was fine. I mean, the hand was pretty bad, but it had 2 amulets. That's why I kept. Aj, Fatal Push. No dobrze. All of my Grazers were... I played them for nothing. Untapped Soaring Springs, which means that they have counter spells, I can't win. The first RCQ you played Amulet at, you played a cute girl in the 5th round in the 2-2 bracket and she beat me with frogs, and when she won, she said I croaked. She said you croaked? As a compliment? Wow, new token. I think they switched the token for Orkish Bowmeisters. Kurwa, ziomuś. Nie wkurwiaj mnie. Engineered explosives? What is this? Co za typ, nie? Frogs go croak croak. Yeah, but like she was playing frogs, you were getting beaten by them, right? So I'm not sure if I buy that. Celebration. Oh, ah, wow. You croaked, which is also a word to mean that you died. That's what I was missing. I did not realize that to croak means to die. That explains everything. Interesting. Alright, Zenovan, if I keep this, will you understand or not? It's my question, I guess. Will you get it if I keep? Ah, goof, no. Maybe it's alright if I go turn 1 Saga. Or turn 2 Saga? Or not. I don't know. I'll play turn 1 Saga. Celebration, jak tomu, tururu, tu, tu, tu. I have Dismember now. I am willing to play a longer game. The Dismember changes everything. Sometimes you genuinely don't understand the mulligan decisions and you are generally right. Okay. When I mull or when I keep? Or both? I mean, I do have a wide range of keeps, probably, I would say. As in, sometimes I feel like, no, I can do better and I mulligan hands. And then I say, nah, I can keep this and I keep the War 7. But also I keep loosely postboard and less loosely preboard. Saga lives. Chat, this is awesome. No, no draw sub stop. But I guess that was fine. I actually didn't want it to happen. Think that pause implies consign? Maybe, but it also doesn't make much sense for them to have consign, like, and consider that. Didn't want to? No, I don't want Saga to, like, because I would need to... I couldn't make a construct instantly. I want to keep Saga. Now I can play another chamber. Kill Harbinger. Yeah, they just slammed the Harbinger as if it killed the Saga, but I think they are behind the curve. Milled Otawara, that's kinda sad, but it's alright. Another one, bro. My Saga is not even on 2 yet. Damn, I wish I did. I waited. Can fetch Forest maybe. Or Otawara. Yeah, I have to Otawara in the deck. Forest doesn't do too much. I think Otawara is better. So now I guess I can hold up, draw step, stops. And before flute. Flute away, my friend. Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. Ja pierdolę, nie? Ci z tym Kaito to są pojebani. Co to jest za karta w ogóle? Is Kaito my nightmare? I don't really know. It's a bit rough here. The leagues and challenges are infested with counter spell. Yeah. We need more Boros energy. I think I don't want to bounce it before I untap again. Just need more mana. Baumeister? Let's just take it. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. Survival 2, dobra. I can Woodland a Titan. Seems useful. Or Analyst even. I guess I have no Amulet, so that's not very useful. Classic Wandering Minstrel Dab. I mean, sort of. I don't have much. I would get countered. Ay, what do we do? Many options. I can just cast 2 Titans. Yeah, maybe that's reasonable. If both get countered. Well, the issue is that if I Woodland a Titan, then I guess Springs is the only real thing that I'm worried about. Okay. I mean, like, if I successfully attack the Kaito, it's obviously insane, but I just think it's not necessarily so clear that I will. Alright, I guess we won. Sure. Rest of my mana is spent on Urza Scaving for a bounce land and making a construct. Maybe I can replay Analyst instead of making a construct, but that seems worse. Alright, that was not a very powerful turn. I have the haste land in play. Otawara, yeah. Like, I mean, I wouldn't need to bounce it even. We had the Construct Factory. Niezły masz deck dla debili, debilu. Gratuluję ci deck buildingu. Vexing Bauble doesn't sound too good. I would enjoy like an extra card against blue black or 2, probably an extra GSZ. And 4 Grazer is not great against my opponent's deck necessarily. They have Kaito. Do you get this hand, chat? Is it an understandable keep? So I think I should play Saga, so they can't play Harbinger on 3. What makes Mr. Beast bad against their deck? Consign, Bowmaster, Counterspell, and a few others. Well, did I say something when I was playing the Urza Saga on turn 1, MTGO Soul Strong? Yes, I did, and I guess I'm still standing by that. Like, I play Saga now, then I play Saga now, right? Then I play... If they Harbinger, I just make constructs. If they consign my Saga, it's pretty bad, but it's not so bad. I guess they could consign both, that would be actually horrible. I unfloated. Well, dupa. Dobra, it's good. It's fine. Doesn't matter. 1 mana wasted though. What do I do actually? I think I don't make a construct now actually, I do something like this. Dawaj kurwa Leszu Harbingera na taką sagę, co? Boisz się. Any response, I surveil. Nice. Next turn I have 2 amulets, so we can try to summon a Titan, get counterspell, then get Harbinger and die. So that's my plan. Hope you like it. What did the opponent keep? Well, they kept counterspells. Maybe Harbinger. If I bounce Saga, I don't have Saga on 2, which prevents my opponent from casting Harbinger on the last turn. We need Bear Trap. I mean, I think it's actually valid now to play Spell Bomb. Opponent needs 1 Swarm. They still have a polluted Delta. They fetched an EOT under City Sewers and played a polluted Delta. It maps into my opponent having a Delta in hand and just fetching Surveil now because they fetched Swamp later. Think I don't make construct now. Consign on this would be a bit ugly. Perhaps. Defense Greed should have been a 1-mana artifact. I mean, I've been saying that this entire time, obviously. Obviously, it should have been. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you don't want Bauble off second Saga Pop, is it even worth boarding in? Does having 2 amulets in play do something? Like, it does, right? They stack. It's better to have 2 than it is to have 1. Yet I can imagine a situation where I would want the Bauble. That said, it's not great. It's mainly a card for Belcher. Counterspell. You have another one, bro. Lotus Field. I'm lacking Delirium. Too bad I'm lacking Delirium. Because it would be insane to just woodland my opponent. Might still keep the bounce land in my hand. I think I'll do that. You have a second one, bro? Oh, Kaito pitched. So can I reasonably beat Harbinger? I think it's gonna be easier beating non-Harbinger by just keeping Titan on top than beating Harbinger this game. No nie, skurwysyn feczuje pierdolnego słompika. Ty śmieciu. But yeah, I guess given that Saga on 2 makes the opponent not want to... makes them want to hold the Harbinger, it actually makes a lot of sense to play Ether Spellbomb now, because that means they will pass, it's gonna pop, then you fetch a Spellbomb. Ty skurwysynu, 2. 2 to już nie wyfeczuje, no. Odpowiedzi. 2 to jest przesada. Oj. Forest Gaming, I guess. Get Spellbomb. Well, there's 2 Harbingers and this was a Tolaria West, I think, so I don't know if you're making fun of my idea or what, but it sure sounds like you do. Otawara too slow there. How many Harbingers do you see? I guess is my question in response to yours. I counterspell. Oh, Fawn of Negation. No, it's fine, fine, yeah. The only problem with Ether Spellbomb is the Collector Ouphe non-bow, which is, well, I mean, a bit stupid. Does Pierce exist? I don't believe in my opponent having Pierce against me. It's kinda useless now. A bit late. Maybe Lumina would be alright here, but also my opponent counterspells, so... Harbinger of Disease still unbeatable. So, it was a good run, chat, but let's alter my list for post-Minstrel gaming. Or pre-Minstrel, because it doesn't exist yet.